Hi, I'm Gia Mills, and I've been a celebrity makeup artist for the past 20 years, and I am fascinated by the power of makeup and the politics of beauty. On True Reflections, you get to peek behind the curtain and find out what your favourite celebrities really feel about their appearance when the glare of the media is upon them. So who is with me today? My guest today has the best laugh in Britain, literally, a staple of over 42 years on TV, making us laugh while she cooks, presents or travels. I'm so delighted that she joins me as she gets ready to star as Genie of the Lamp in Aladdin at the King's Theatre in Portsmouth and continues her A Recipe for Life podcast. So please welcome to True Reflection the icon that is Rustie Lee. Welcome, Rustie.
Hello,
Thank you for coming on the podcast.
It's my great pleasure.
How are you feeling this morning? How has your morning been?
My morning's been a little hectic trying to get to you, actually. me and technology. Well, but I did go to, when computers first came out, I did take a computer course just to help me to get around the computer. But it's moved on so much.
Oh my God, it's absolutely bonkers. So you're looking fresh and perky. What makeup are you wearing today, Rustie? Talk me through your makeup routine today.
I absolutely love makeup. I've always loved makeup. And I take great care of my skin. I'm 76 and my skin is doing me a great honors.
Your skin is very clear and it looks very fresh and dewy. So you're doing the right thing. Talk me through your products and what you're wearing.
So what I because of going to lots of different television studios and that, there are lots of different makeup artists. So they generally have their whole kit. So years ago they used to have all makeup that wasn't good for my complexion. They would be basically for white skin, and they didn't have the dark skin. So I had to improvise and mix my own colors sort of with dark and light and make it work. So I've developed using a lot of different things, but my absolute mainstay is I do use castor oil on my skin. I try and wipe and cleanse my face with castor oil, especially under my eyes. Castor oil is so brilliant.
It's such the old school products, like the original old wives' tales kind of products.
Yes.
They are, sometimes just the most natural, uncomplicated, simple things. And oil on the skin is such a beautiful, it just hydrates in a whole nother level.
Indeed. And I used to have, people used to talk about the T-spot and all this sort of thing. So I've had to learn and train for my skin what I think it needs. So I definitely cleanse my face at night. I absolutely, definitely cleanse and wipe my skin at night. And if I haven't got night cream or some sort of cream to put on my face, I definitely do something in the morning. I always cleanse my face, take all the makeup off. Always I try to massage into my face and pull away from the bags that would form under your eyes with the castor oil and pull it away. And I tried to massage my face as much as possible to let me know I'm alive.
And that's your nighttime routine when you do the massage, because I think massage is so powerful. What's your favourite? What foundations have you found now that you like to use? What's working for you?
It's really difficult sometimes to find your base. I've been using what is it?
I think I've got you I've got it somewhere. I think that you actually like using. Oh no, you haven't actually given any brand names. Do you know which brand that you like to use?
I like to look at colours and match them up. So my brand, I'm using Rimmel. and the dark and the light, and I mixed those together, which I've done today actually.
Yeah.
I've used Rimmel and mixed them up. I don't think you have to go for thousands and thousands of pounds, because I think hundreds of pounds, or too expensive. Is makeup is for everybody, and I
Exactly.
think that if you test and try different brands, that's the way to go. You have to test. Just think of your face as a plain piece of paper that you're going to put goodness and things on. So I test the different makeups, make sure that I don't have any reaction to them or anything like that. And I'm ready to go. So if I look and I see a different brand that's come in, and I look at it and the color looks something that I'd be able to live with, then that's what I'll have a try. And I think that's the way people should do. Have a look, change their colors. I love bright colors
You
as well.
always, so going back, you were, I mean, for me growing up, anyone of a certain age and upwards, just remembers you on the breakfast tellies, and it's just that everlasting laugh. And I think it's like, if the world could bottle the Rustie Lee laugh, we would all feel a lot more jolly, because there's something about it's contagious. When you hear other people laugh, it makes you smile. And it's just a beautiful thing. And you always wore bright colours, really cheerful, and you just put people in a nice mood when the world can get quite serious. And it was great watching you. How was it back in the day when the early days of Big Breakfast Telly?
Well, the Big Breakfast TV happened when the way it happened was superb. I used to do the clubs. So let me start from the beginning. My parents had a takeaway. They had a takeaway shop, and they made curry patties and all these things. And I and my sister, we used to go and sing. Then I started singing around the clubs. I went traveling all over and singing around the clubs. And then I, learned to cope with loads of different scenarios. So I had to learn how to be able to cope with any eventuality. Really, what was the question? I'm going off on a
I love it. No, back in the 80s, going on to telly, and
yes.
I guess one thing that's interesting to ask about then, it was like it's a very different place, how people are
Yeah.
treated, how you were received. What was it like, when you were this sort of beacon of giggles and bright colours? How was it being on the telly? How were you treated? What was it like?
It was fantastic. I've not had any negativity in TV at all. I think going forwards with happiness, and also the I think the Caribbean people were so happy to see someone that they could relate to, and also the UK folks were happy to see someone laughing and joking. That has always been my temperament. I've always, well, even at school, I got in trouble for laughing in assembly and things like this. So I've always laughed. I've always been happy. So I was always received beautifully. My first encounter with TV after opening my Caribbean restaurant in Birmingham, the first ever silver service Caribbean restaurant. My first encounter was with Eric Morecambe, who played me up. I was heavily pregnant. That was 1982-ish, because James was born 83. And what happened was it was so refreshing, because Eric was a comedian and I could handle him. He played me up all the way through, and he played me up. And from there, I got launched, really. People were saying, oh, in the Birmingham Mail front page, that they'd found a star. And Birmingham claimed me as their one. Birmingham claimed me. I'm a true Brummie, and I'm loved in Birmingham. And I love Birmingham too.
Well,
So all
it's great.
that, I always had always had love and goodness around me. So I've always been treated well on TV. the when I was at TVAM, they received me really well. You know, it was early mornings, and everyone was always loved because there's that excitement of who are you going to meet and this sort of thing.
Well, that's good. That's good to hear, because I know that lots of people do talk quite, there were challenges, particularly, how, women, people of colour, I think there was, lots of prejudices in so many ways. So it's lovely to hear that it was a joyful thing. And I think you bring a good energy into a place. So it's kind of like an armour that sort of pushes away anyone who's sort of like going to try and be a bit grumpy towards you. So congratulations on that.
I won't let people be grumpy around me. You can't be around me and be grumpy, not for long anyway.
Well, that is the best tonic, because how do you see beauty? What is it that, beauty, attractiveness, what is it that you feel these days encapsulates beauty and attractiveness in yourself and in others?
I think what I see in beauty is the person. I think people people are genuinely lovely. I think there isn't a child isn't born with a nasty heart. It's what people put into people, to children, and that. So I absolutely love people, and I hope that shows. I do love people very, very much.
That definitely shows.
And I feel like when I meet people, especially young people, I feel that I have to, as a mother, I have to treat that person how their mother or father, how their parents would treat them. So I always look for the best in people, actually. I look, and if the worst comes out of them, I address it at that moment with them. So I do, there's a lot of mean people about, and, you don't know where they're coming from, what background they've had. But when they meet me and when I meet them, I don't care about what they've been, I just give the love that I can where I can. And if I can shower love to people, that's it. And I think that makes you beautiful. That makes people. I see people, I see their heart. I don't get into backbiting and things like that. That's not my style at all.
Yeah, no, that's it's lovely, those sort of sentiments. And if only society was a little bit more understanding and compassionate in that way, because I think there's so much judgment on appearance in the media, particularly when you stick your head above the parapet. So many people kind of get, it sometimes gets better, but I don't know if it has in the media, but it's very challenging. And sometimes I think when you're on camera, there isn't a filter. There's a filter that stops that real energy often coming out. And I think it can be quite challenging. So for younger people, what would you be saying to them? The ones who feel like, am I attractiveness? Am I perfect enough? What would you be saying to these young people that you see the beauty in them? How would you talk to them to make them feel better about themselves?
I would say I would say to them, you were blessed with your sheer beauty. I look at that young actress who has got her teeth, and everybody was saying that she should change her teeth, and don't change a thing.
Yeah.
You are you. You are you. People say, oh, Rustie, do you have Botox? I don't have any of that. Anyway, I'm frightened of needles. Yeah. No way. Be yourself. If you be yourself, because then if you're being yourself, you haven't got anyone to pretend to be. I'll just give you an example. Many years ago, I met someone at a television studio, and we were talking backstage, and she was talking quite ordinary, just nice and ordinary. She had a harp, and she was saying, this harp is so, and just talking really nice. The minute that person went on stage, I didn't know who it was. All of a sudden, there was this, and she was talking like, and this, and so, oh my goodness, I thought, who's that? I could not recognize the same person. that I'd been speaking to before she went into studio. I was flabbergasted.
So she suddenly
So
became this rather sort of posh sounding.
posh sounding person who I didn't know that I was speaking to in the green room. So I would say to the youngsters, first of all, don't want to be famous for just being famous. Have something. Have something to be famous for.
Yeah.
Something that you're good at. I always remember a comment was made to me, be able to ride the bike and juggle at the same time. And that means know what your business, know what your special, unique quality is, whether it's acting, dancing, whatever it is, know that, hone that, know what your position is there. And then you can be yourself and cope and know that you're able to do what you need to do and be you. Just be you. Be the beautiful you that you can be. Simple as that.
Because actually, all the makeup in the world, all the beauty treatments, all the bits and bobs that you do, none of it matters when there's not that authenticity and that realness that comes across. And I think anyone that's on telly that you feel that realness, because I think we're quite clever, us human beings. We can tell when someone's not authentic, or they'll get found out, particularly nowadays because how social media and everything, and everyone's got their phones. So your posh lady, whoever she was, who was a posh lady on the telly but on the green room, she wouldn't get away with that today.
No, it was crazy. It was just, I was just shocked, but that was possibly, it was a lesson then, because I've always, I've never been any different. Oh, recently, because I'm on social media, I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. And
you are quite tech savvy. I like it.
Yes. my son put me right on TikTok, I have to say. Now I've got thousands.
Well done. I like that.
And recently, what do you call them? Trolls. Yeah, trolls. So recently, I had my lovely restaurant in Birmingham. Someone came on, and a troll, it's got to be, said, I used to be at the gym down the road, which was about 3 doors away from the restaurant that I had in Birmingham. And someone said that your laugh and all that, they never saw that when you were at the restaurant. In fact, they say you only put it on for the cameras. That's
ridiculous.
This is so ludicrous. It is so ridiculous, because I always, I used to entertain in the restaurant. I was laughing with the customers, and it was an unusual restaurant in that I had limbo dancers in there. I would sing in the restaurant. It was like a proper evening out. People would come and they would stay for the evening, because it was a complete entertainment. So I had to write back to this. They said, "Oh, 2 people have told me that this is my restaurant was so lovely. We had a situation where we voted for the best staff member, and the person who won it won a trip to Jamaica, and it was the lady who did all the washing up and cleaning." So I never think of anybody that anyone's below me. I never, ever treat anyone in a way that they would feel embarrassed or anything. I would never if I had something to say to someone, I would pull them aside and quietly tell them, because I like people to treat me. I treat people how I'd like to be treated myself. So this was complete nonsense. Absolute nonsense. I've never been any different. I'll never be any different.
So the trolling must have. It's painful, I think. Trolling. Have you ever? So I think if your personality or appearance is critiqued negatively on social media, I think it can be really difficult. Have you had any? Is it the only trolling you've had is about the restaurant and not?
That was one. I had another couple. But these trolls, I deal with them because I think, first of all, I think they're attention seeking. And they've obviously, I just feel sorry for them because they've either, I just tell them, I say, I'm really sorry for you. You're sad. You're very sad. Obviously, you haven't got a job, or they say something nasty. I say, go and tell that to your family members. If you haven't got anything better to do, go and find a job. Go and help. Go and volunteer and do something. So go and do something good instead of using your gifts to be nasty. Simple as that.
I think, to be fair, all you need to do, Rustie, is do a voice note with your laugh on it and just laugh and go, oh my gosh. And literally, that is the best tonic. I think laughter. I literally had the giggles last night about something and I could not stop giggling. And it's just, that is the best tonic. And it's laugh at them. And if you laugh at them, it's like there's no power. You disarm them. And it's like, just take away their power and show that it hasn't got to you.
No.
But I think talking of your kind of contagiousness of laughter, what's lovely is people can actually come and see you. You're going to be Genie. You're going to be the Genie of the Lamp in Aladdin in Portsmouth in a couple of weeks' time. Tell me about that. What's going on there?
I'm very excited. I haven't done panto for a couple of years, so when I was asked to do it, I thought, yes, I'd like to do it again. I love pantomime. I normally do the cruises. I do the cruises, and the theatres are about 1,000 people in the theatre, and I feel that our people come to watch me. I do cookery demonstrations and things like that there, and I have evenings because I sing, so I have a musical director and I do evenings with, and it's phenomenal.
Oh, well done.
As it is. But this is going to be great fun. I've played Genie before. I've played Genie of the Ring before. And in this one, I'm the Genie of the Lamp, and there's also a Genie of the Ring, so that's double trouble.
So I remember many years ago, I used to do a lot of panto makeup, and I loved doing panto makeup. And you get very close to people, and we called it panto pashing because there was quite a bit of pashing that went on many years ago at the panto. So how do you do your makeup? How does that work? Do you do your own? What's the gig when you do the pantos?
When I do the panto, I do my own makeup. I have massive fluttering lashes, and I do my makeup. I do have a dresser who makes sure that my costume is all right and so on. But I do my own makeup because I know my face myself. I think I'm happy to do my makeup, of course. So that's how it goes, and I just love panto because it's the first time children are getting to see theatre. So it's a great thing for me to see their little faces. It's rewarding because I think it's the first step into theatre for them, and it's magical. Seeing all these costumes and the dancers and the singing.
And you can really, really overdo the makeup on panto. I used to just put the most crazy lashes, and you can have so much fun because, theatre makeup is very different because you really have to accentuate your features. So you with your crazy lashes that probably your eyes probably can't even barely open when you've got your lashes on, and you're really good with your brows. So you used to your brows, you didn't always wear much. I read somewhere that you pluck them quite a lot. So I guess
pluck
them out. But people can come and see you in Portsmouth. When does it start? When's the panto start?
Panto starts 3rd of December to the end of December.
Oh, yeah. Oh, great. So they can come and see you there. And also, if they need a dose of good old Rustie's giggle, you do a podcast with your son as well. Tell me about that.
I've got a podcast with my son. This was the craziest thing. At first we weren't going to do it with James. It was going to be someone else. And James stepped in. And it's the best thing that's happened because he's got stuff out of me that I'd never spoken about. We'd speak about, James is half English. And it's things that I'd never come out, like I was talking about things like cow foot. Now Jamaicans love cow foot.
About what?
cow foot is like pig trotters.
Oh,
Cow,
cow feet.
cow foot, they call it cow foot, and he cook it with with butter beans and things. And when I spoke about it, he went, it's,
Well,
it's really lovely. And so all these sorts of things are coming out.
Well, I think it's absolutely lovely that people can come and find and listen to the podcast. And I've got it somewhere. What the podcast? A recipe
For life.
Recipe for life. So I think that's such a beautiful thing. And Rustie, thank you so much for coming on. We've had lots of joyful technical things, but thank you so much for joining. And I just think people who want to kind of feel a bit lifted in their spirits to come and see you in your crazy lashes on stage at Aladdin. And do you think next year you're going to be doing any, Celebrity Traitors? Would you go to Celebrity Traitors?
Oh, I would love to do it. Wasn't Alan amazing? Oh my goodness.
Oh, he was just divine. Him and Joe Marler, the breakout stars. It's brilliant. Would you be a traitor or a faithful?
Oh, I don't know. If I tell you now, people will say, "Oh, she was a traitor." Oh, I like Alan. I would think I'd be useless as a traitor. I'd be useless. They'd find me straight away because like when they said to Alan, "Are you a faithful or a traitor?" And he burst out laughing. That would be me.
But it's a really good cover. Laughing is a good cover. So actually, if they asked you could just laugh and they'd go, we can't figure this woman out at all. So I think actually good. We should campaign Rustie to go on the Traitors. It would be really good. And any more TV next year? Going back to EastEnders?
I don't know. That they have to invite me. I've always wanted to do Coronation Street. That was the one I always wanted, and then EastEnders came, which was great because I did 2 episodes in that. But then I'm up for anything.
Up for anything.
I've been very busy writing. I've written some books. In fact, I've written 4 books. This is incredible. 4 books. With a word count of around 350,000 words per book this year.
Oh, and what are the books? What's the topic?
It's spiritual books. We're talking about angels and that. It's incredible. I'm looking for a great publisher. So.
Well, this sounds brilliant. Rustie, I want to know more. Please put some posts on your social and we can kind of follow what you're up to on that.
I won't put it up on there. Okay. We'll have to chat about it.
Okay, we'll chat about it. But listen, good luck with that. But Rustie Lee, thank you so much for coming on the show. So if we want to listen to your podcast, you can listen Recipe for Life. It's available wherever you get your podcasts. And you can get tickets to Rustie. So it's the King's Theatre in Portsmouth.co.uk. Yeah. So follow her there. That's it for True Reflections this week. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe wherever you are watching or listening. You can find me across your social media by searching @True Reflections Podcast. I'll be back next week with another celebrity to talk through their beauty experiences, their favourite products, and delve deeper into how the ideals of beauty shapes not just our physical appearance, but also the core of our identities. Until then, have a lovely week.